Hello, good morning, and welcome to this week's serving of Mickey Waffles, a Disney podcast where we cover everything from parks, movies, and merchandise. My name is Sinead.
And my name's Kate. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Welcome to week 2. We're on our second round, Kate.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap in. Get yourself a cup of tea and a nice biscuit or Mickey waffle, because
There's a lot of news.
so much news.
There's an awful lot of news to get through. So normally we would structure the show where there'd be some news and then like a topic that we can, for lack of a better word, waffle on about, but not this week.
For all of you who listened last week.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Big shout out to everyone who listened to us.
Yeah.
That wasn't my mum. And if you listened last week, we told you that this week would have been about planning and little trip planning session.
Yeah.
But in between all that, there's been many announcements. So we've decided to change things up this week due to the abundance of news that's come out for everything Disney.
Yeah, particularly Disneyland Paris. So Friday, the 12th of April, just gone, was Disneyland Paris's anniversary. So they held an influencer event called Inside Ears, and they released an awful lot of news.
So much news that we can barely fit it on our screen.
So we're just gonna, some of it we can kind of just run through, and some of the topics we'll probably kind of talk about a little bit more. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of news coming towards you.
I don't even know where to start.
So we'll start first with, there were a couple of ride updates that were released. So the first of which came into effect today. So the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland Paris, they're now testing out single rider.
How exciting. I don't know why, really, that's exciting. Indiana Jones, I always forget where it is.
We found it once and we went on it once.
Yeah, and then that was pretty much it. I feel like the queue for it is usually pretty long and the ride is less than like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So I just don't see the proportion of waiting to going on the roller coaster isn't good enough for me. But obviously they've added a single riders for a reason. There was obviously enough people where they were asking for one person to shimmy their way through the queue. That opening a single rider just made more sense.
True. I'm not a big fan of Indiana Jones, so I definitely won't be availing of this myself.
It's very fast and flippy and...
Yeah, just meh. So they've started testing the single rider from today, and that's running until May 5th, and I suppose then we'll find out whether they're keeping it or not.
I don't think it's any harm. I feel like it's one of these slightly older rides, and I know that a lot of people don't even know it's there, because when you say that there's an Indiana Jones thing in Disneyland Paris, they're like, oh, like the show in Disney World? And you're like, no.
It's just an off-the-shelf coaster. So that was the first ride update. The next thing we got was the Studio Tram Tour in Walt Disney Studios is getting changed around a bit to include Cars, and that'll be in effect from summer 2020.
I'm so excited. Love Cars.
I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do. Like, are they going to get rid of...
Are they rethemed the whole thing?
I don't know.
See, when it said, like, including Cars, I'm thinking... Because Tram Tour is very outdated.
It is. Oh,
like,
big time.
Unbelievably outdated. To the point where we only go on it for, like, the interactive bit in the middle. Yeah. Don't want to ruin it for anyone who has never been on it, because it's the best bit. Yeah. But there's, like, an interactive bit in the middle that is pretty fun. But it's, in my opinion, the only good part about the ride. The rest of it I find quite boring. And if it's cold... If it's a cold day,
oh my God, it's the worst thing in the world.
It can be cold in Disneyland Paris. It's freezing on that tram.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what they do to it. Yeah. Or whether it's going to get a full... Like, I wonder if maybe when you go back around where there's all those cars, maybe that's going to be all cars.
Yeah, or maybe, do you know what I would like? Is if it was Mater and Lightning McQueen hosting
that'd
the
be
little
cute.
talkie bit.
Yeah, that'd be cute. And you went into like a Mack truck.
Yeah, and like Mater could talk in French and Lightning McQueen could talk in English.
But again, we don't know if it's getting a full overlay of Cars or what it is. They've just said it will be changed to include Cars.
Yeah. So, which obviously means that it's going to be closed for a period of time as well, if they're going to be refurbing it.
Oh, diddums.
As more things close in Walt Disney Studios because of refurb, we'll see how that affects wait times.
Yeah, we'll see. The next thing, they are having to fully rebuild the Mark Twain riverboat for 2 years, and they said it'll hopefully be open in 2 years. Now, I'm a bit confused because I always thought the Mark Twain was called Molly Brown in Disneyland Paris.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. But I've also never been on it.
I've been on it once. It's nice. It's
usually when I go, it's closed. And you can't go on it because it's so cold. Because they don't run it all the time. It's a seasonal operation. Yeah.
When me and Breffney were there in October, we went on it. And it was quite nice. And it just kind of... Because of where you go... and when you come back around to pull back in and get off, you go right by Phantom Manor, and I was just silently crying. But we'll get to Phantom Manor later.
Bet you could probably get some nice pictures on it. Anyway, it's going to be closed for at least 2 years while they rebuild it. It's never anything bad when they rebuild stuff. It just means that it's more safe and nicer, basically, for when it's going to be reopened.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to skip the next one, and I'm going to go to Autopia, which has been closed for a while. I think it was closed when me and Breffney were there.
It's been closed since we were there.
Oh, was it closed then?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, I think so, because I remember making a joke about how none of us can drive. And we were like, I was like, we can go on Autopia. And then I was like, oh wait, no, it's closed.
Yeah. So all they've really announced is that it's getting a complete overhaul. I think they've changed the track as well, and that it's reopening in September.
Which is cool, because Autopia is actually a really popular ride, and there would be a lot of kids queuing up for it, because you can drive a car, basically.
I would hope they'll have, like, changed up the vehicles, so they're not quite so, like, you're suffocating on petrol.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they were going for, is that it might...
A bit more environmentally friendly.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to go a bit more, like... Because it is on a track. So I don't know, there's loads of things they could have done with it, but I'd say one of the main reasons why is because of that awful petrol smell, and all of the ride vehicles were getting very bashed. Like, they were visibly not getting repainted.
Which is fair.
But I'm glad that they're just redoing it. I'm glad they're not closing it and changing it to something else, and I'm glad they're not retheming this one, because as fun as this one would be to say retheme it to Cars, it doesn't really make sense where it is.
I wouldn't retheme it to Cars. I'd retheme it to Wreck-It Ralph.
Why would you retheme it to Wreck-It Ralph?
Sugar Rush should be so good.
Oh, gotcha. I just don't think
it doesn't fit with Discovery Land.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm glad they haven't just jumped on the retheming bandwagon and been like, oh, retheme everything.
Yeah.
Because I think it still fits really well.
No, that's fair. So the next update I will leave to Kate to give to you guys.
Guys, so did you know the way in America there's 2 Disneyland parks, and in both of the parks there is Tower of Terror, and then there also is also
Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
That one, yeah. In those rides, they have what's sometimes called random drops, where you don't... So when you go up and you get dropped, it's not like a complete sequence. You don't know what drops you're going to have every time, and it's really fun. It's a different experience every time. And this Halloween, random drops are coming to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, they haven't given an exact date. They've just said from Halloween. So,
which, according to Disney, is September. So
September 28th.
But I'm super excited. I love Tower of Terror, and I'm buzzing for random drops.
Maybe I've just not... I mean, I've only been on the one in Paris twice, I think, and I went in Florida twice. I thought Paris had random drops, but clearly I don't go in it enough
to
they
don't
know whether you do or not.
Actually, I for a fact know they're not random, because when I'm on it, I know when the drop is going to be. Because I can feel it. You can feel it from when you get pulled up to a certain height. I know when the drop's going to be, and there's a certain point after one of the animations where you drop. So no, definitely not. I'm so excited for random drops, because as soon as I figured out that I knew when the drops were going to be, Tower of Terror was a little less fun.
Okay.
So I'm super excited for random drops, and I feel like I'll be screaming a lot more.
God help me on Halloween time. Right, so they're all the... Well, sorry, no. They are most of the ride updates. One of them were taken out as a separate section.
Oh, it gets its whole full page.
Yeah, it does, so I'll get to that in a bit. So, other kind of Disney updates. A lot of these are Paris updates, but there are some kind of generic Disney ones down the bottom of the page that I've typed them up on. So, the first thing is Toy Story Play Days. I believe this is going into the American parks as well, or it's at least definitely going into Walt Disney World. So, this is going to run from June 18th to the 28th with characters. I think you get your standard characters like
Woody, Buzz, Jessie.
Yeah, but you're also getting Bo Peep for the first time, and Forky, who I'm intrigued to see how they're planning to pull that off.
Do you think Forky's going to be like a puppet connected to someone?
Potentially. I think I remember reading that the plan is that Forky's going to have some form of like a scavenger hunt or something like that, kind of similar to what they do in the American parks.
Like, he won't be a character you can meet.
Like, I don't think you'll be able to interact with him.
No, he's a bit weird. Like, he's a bit of a weird character to be able to make. And saying weird characters, Bo Peep is also a strange character that they've not had the best luck with previously.
Yeah. I hope they go with Bo Peep's new look that we've seen from the trailers, and I hope they don't put the weird plastic face on her, because I don't think I could handle that. Not that we're going to be there, but I don't think I could handle that.
No, we'll see pictures though, and I would quite like a badass Bo Peep face character.
Hell yeah, that'd be good.
If you can do enough with makeup now. that you could make her look like.
But also, she's not got that weird a face.
No, she hasn't.
By any means.
No, absolutely not. She just looks like a regular Barbie doll, basically. Yeah. But when they try and make her a masked or fur character, it doesn't work.
It's a bit creepy looking.
So I'm really hoping they've learned from their mistakes on that one.
But yeah, no, it's good to see some stuff going into the Toy Story area. I assume that's just there for around the launch of Toy Story 4.
Yeah, I'd say so, to push them sales.
Next, we had a couple updates on Marvel. So the Art of Marvel Hotel, which was formerly the New York Hotel. Hotel New York, my bad. We got some updates that each of the areas, so I think they're each of the floors or each of the blocks or something like that, it's going to be sectioned out per character.
Exciting.
So there's going to be like a Captain America floor, and there's going to be a Thor floor, which is very difficult to say, and Hulk, and etc, etc. And I think the main lobby is obviously going to be a generic Avengers one. There was a really cool video that was released that had some of the creative guys from Marvel discussing how they're creating it and stuff. I need to send it over to you. But basically they're using like concept art from the movies and stuff like that to kind of bulk out these areas. So I'm super intrigued.
I like it. I like the idea of it. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited that it's not just Marvel themed. I'm excited it's like the art of Marvel. I like the theming. I like the separation of characters.
Yeah. I wonder if you're going to be able to request a certain character.
I say you probably could try.
Yeah. I wonder if you could like put in a preference, like, I really like Hulk.
Yeah, or like, what are they going to be different themed rooms depending on what floor you're on?
I don't know. I would assume they would probably be generic Avengers room or general. I don't know actually.
Like, you're gonna have a room with like a Hulk smash in it, and then like another room with like Captain America's shield on the bottom, or like,
I don't know. Okay, I guess we'll find out. But so far from what they've released, it looks like it's gonna be pretty interesting. So the other Marvel update that we got was update on what the land is gonna be,
like the expansion in the studios.
Yeah, so it's basically kind of the storyline that's based off. So what they've put out is Tony Stark's father has a secret facility in Paris in the 50s. Tony has decided to renovate it and incite us to visit and train the heroes of tomorrow. This is the European facility of Stark.
I love it. I think it's very clever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it'll be good, and I'm excited for the Marvel area regardless. I feel like it's a stretch.
I feel like a lot of things with Disney these days are a stretch.
100%.
I quite like the way that it's branching out, but also it's still Marvel, but Disneyland Paris still gets its like special own version.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's going to be good. I also like 50 themed things. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be really fun.
No,
and I like the idea behind it.
No, that's true. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see.
We don't know anything else.
No.
And there's a little bit of concept art that goes along with that tweet if you guys want to look at it yourselves. But yeah, should be good. I'm excited.
It'll be interesting. Another update we got was the Art of Animation, which is currently closed, and it is being changed to the Frozen Meet and Play attraction.
Guys, you get to hug Olaf.
I think Olaf is the only character you get to meet, though.
That's really bad. Imagine you queued for that long and you can only meet Olaf.
From what I can't
call it a Frozen Meet and Play and then only have Olaf.
From what I have seen people say online that were at the Inside Ears event is that it's going to be kind of like a sing-along show.
But never mind, I'm excited again.
There we go. And the princesses and stuff, and you'll see Kristoff and Sven, and you'll see Anna and Elsa.
Kristoff.
But I think the only character you actually meet is Olaf. I don't think you meet Anna and Elsa, which I think is a waste, because I know when they were out previously in Disneyland Paris, it was like massively popular.
I've never seen Elsa and Anna in Disneyland Paris.
They were in when Frozen first launched. You could meet them then.
No, I don't remember that one.
I think they took over the pavilion, but I could be entirely making that up. But yeah, I think Olaf is the only character that you can meet.
The fact that if it's going to be a show, like a sing-along show, that's exciting with an Olaf meet and greet at the end. But my thing to note about the show is that at Christmas time, they had a show that I can't remember the name of that wasn't Mickey's Big Band.
Oh, I can't remember. I didn't go to it.
Other one. I went with my family and it was terrible. And it was basically mangled Frozen songs with lyrics at the bottom.
I would assume they would have it similar to the sing-along show that's in Hollywood Studios,
which I've never seen.
Where it's basically just kind of two narrators like tell the story of Frozen and everyone sings along and then the princesses come out.
That wasn't what happened in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they go down the Hollywood Studios route.
Because that show that they have, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The show that they have in Walt Disney World, I think would translate really well to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, because you could have the two narrators, one in French, one in English.
Yeah. And they could both tell jokes.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And that's opening from November, apparently.
Who knows?
Yeah. So next, the annual passes and disability cards will be going digital in the next year. I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't like it. Well, I mean, I suppose from a wastage point of view, it's good that they're not handing out more plastic cards.
Yeah, but like...
Apart from that, I don't really know.
I kind of understand it for like the disability cards, because you only need them for a certain amount, you only get it for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, and then it can disappear.
And if you're there numerous times in the year, you're having to get numerous disability cards.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
You could get it for the year and then it would just stay there.
Yeah, but honestly, I'll be a little sad if I can't still have my little black card.
Yeah, because actually in Disney World, if you have an annual pass, it goes onto your Magic Band.
Yeah.
So you still have something
physical. You still get a card though.
But yeah, but that's still something physical as well.
Yeah, you get a card in your Magic Band. But I think you can also have it on your phone, I think.
But that's optional.
Yeah.
Whereas this is the only way you're having it.
Yeah, but I hope it's that you still get your card.
Yeah.
But you can have it on your phone.
And
so people that don't want to have to constantly carry around the card or whatever.
I can also see it not working. I can see the turnstiles having difficulty reading the QR code.
Yeah.
They have a problem with reading the QR code already.
Well, Kate, there is an update coming to the turnstiles. From later on this year, they're going to start testing digital turnstiles in the studios.
Yeah, I can see those not working as well.
But, like, I mean, when you take, for instance, the turnstiles in Walt Disney World, yes, they're based off something different.
Like the barrier-free ones.
Yeah, but if they change the cards so that you just kind of have to tap a card like you would into, like, some certain hotel rooms, then...
Those queues go a lot faster in Walt Disney World, don't they?
Exactly, because it's not trying to read a tiny little QR code. So I'm intrigued to see if that's the route it's going, that paper tickets are altogether going to go.
That would be great. And I think that's a big waste. That's definitely a huge waste.
Yeah.
But also the turnstiles that they use in Disneyland Paris are awful.
Oh, they're so bad.
They're so bad. They can't read the QR codes.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to work them because the voice that says,
"Thank you."
Yeah, it's like mangled robot.
And no one can hear it. So, like, you don't know whether they've said you can go or not.
Yeah.
And then you get stuck there waiting for a cast member who's letting a buggy through, and it's
the lights are really faint, so you're not sure if it's a red or a green.
Yeah, it's a whole faff.
Oh, it's just awful. So, do you know what? I'm all for new turnstiles.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Annual pass and disability cards on your phone. I mean...
Yeah. I would assume this is to tie in with... They've also announced that they're revamping the Disneyland Paris app. So, rather than it just kind of including wait times and, like, shows and parades and stuff, it's going to also include... And this is a bad state of affairs, that this is how bad the food options are in Disneyland Paris and how few there are, that they're going to post wait times for restaurants.
What?
Why is this a thing?
Why do you need a wait time for a restaurant?
Because I don't think it's happened much, well, it probably has this week, but I know there were, like, people tweeting and stuff around Christmas, the, like, hour-long waits to get food.
See, we don't really eat in the park, so I don't really know anything about waiting for restaurants, purely because I know that when I get into the restaurant, the food is going to be anywhere as near good as I want it to be, and it's going to be even more expensive than it is in the Disney Village.
Yeah.
So I just don't really eat in sit-down restaurants in Paris.
Yeah, but it's a sad state of affairs when they're having to post wait times for restaurants. That's not a thing in any other park.
No, it's not.
They're also going to include directions, so it's going to actually have location available. So rather than when you open a map and you're stuck between that bit between Adventureland and Frontierland, you don't know where you are.
Oh yeah, that weird bit where you're like, I'm completely lost,
and then you find Indiana Jones. It'll actually tell you where you are in the park, and it'll give you directions to get stuff. So I think that'll be handy, particularly for new people or people that still don't understand where you are in the park. And then there are future plans that your ticket and your hotel room and all that kind of stuff will sit in the app.
Do you know what they're going to have to do if they plan for this to go well? Is they're going to have to introduce Wi-Fi all over the park.
There is Wi-Fi in the park, isn't there?
Not
it's just
all
bad.
over the park, and it's not very good.
Yeah, it's not good Wi-Fi.
No, it's very, very bad.
I think it's difficult because even like Walt Disney World has Wi-Fi everywhere, but there's so many people that it's impossible to get decent Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but if you're going to have an app that relies, like your app is your hotel room key, and it is this and it is that, and it's you're impacting you're putting in so much important information onto one app that you can only access through Wi-Fi, you're going to have a lot of angry guests, especially international guests, who I'm more so looking at guests outside of Europe.
Yeah.
Because we have I know I have free roaming in Paris. Yeah. So it's fine, I just use my regular data. But if you're coming from the States and all of your information is on your phone and the Wi-Fi in Disneyland Paris isn't good enough that you can...
No, I get you.
They'll be mad. They'll be angry.
Yeah. So that's further down the line. They've said that hotels and tickets and stuff will be in the next 3 years, so that's not going to be coming anytime soon. I would assume that the annual passes are
going to come first.
Are a test to see
how
it's going to work, because they trust annual pass holders not to be stupid with their tickets.
That's fair. That's true. Okay.
The Disneyland Village project is seemingly 95% done.
What's the Disney Village project?
So it's what they were doing to kind of revamp the Disney Village. So like adding in like Vapiano's and Five Guys and any of the stuff that they've refurbished and stuff like that.
What's the other 5%?
I don't know.
Are they like repainting the floor?
But this is the thing, like I thought they were going to add in or expand a lot more onto Disney Village, and to be honest, I kind of wish they would.
They closed the steakhouse. Is that opening again?
I wouldn't have paid attention anyways.
I also don't like the show. I think the show is very outdated. Yeah. I think it's outdated, and I also think that it has a very controversial storyline now.
Yeah.
Because of how prominent, basically the massive surgence of veganism in the past 10 years, or even 5 years, I'd say. Personally, myself, has made me being more aware and having more information put at me every day on my social media. I don't like going there anymore. I've never been, and I've been 2 or 3 times, I think, with family and once with frienda. And I don't feel comfortable going anymore.
I've never been, mainly because I'm a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 10 years and there's nothing vegetarian. And my kind of biggest gripe with the Disney Village is I can probably count on one hand the places I can actually get food.
Yeah.
Like that, you can't get vegetarian food there. I think the sandwich place, the New York place, it's even difficult to get vegetarian stuff in there. There's like one option in Earl of Sandwich and it's gross. There's a vegetarian burger in Annette's, but the queue's always 10 miles long. There's vegetarian options in Planet Hollywood, but I got food poisoning the last time I was there, so...
Yeah, for a project that's 95% done...
I hope the 5% is improving the food options.
Like a vegan restaurant or something.
I don't even need that. Just give me some more options, or give me better options.
I also just think, again, the word outdated is going to be said a lot here when you're talking about Disneyland Paris, but I feel like the village in general looks outdated.
Yeah.
Like it looks like 80s Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Almost. And
yeah,
I feel
like the facades of the shops and stuff could do with a facelift.
Yeah, like all the colours are very dull and nothing's bright anymore.
Yeah.
And everything just looks constantly dirty. Even though I'm sure they wash things.
Yeah.
But they have that like old ingrained dirt that you can never get rid of.
Yeah, so... 95% done. I have put a question mark beside it because, okay.
Don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
It was a weird statement to put out.
Yeah, I guess they're just telling us not to get our hopes up that too much more is going to change.
Yeah, maybe.
But anyways... The Main Street Barber is moving to inside the arcade.
Great. The Emporium is going to be closing in 2020, and it's going to be going till-less, as in no tills plugged into the ground.
Yeah, so it's closing for, as they've said, an extensive refurb. And the last extensive refurb that happened was Phantom Manor.
Lol. See you in 10 years, Emporium.
But I'm like, the Emporium is like the big...
Yeah, it's huge.
Do you know what I mean?
It's huge.
I don't...
Like, it spans, like, how big, like, the Emporium spans?
Now, I don't know if they're closing that whole row of shops, or maybe they'll do it in bit by bit, kind of like what they did with World of Disney in Florida, where they kind of closed off sections.
So if you've never visited the Emporium before, it's basically on Main Street, on the left.
Yeah. There
is a shop, but it runs through...
The whole length. Basically the whole length.
Yeah, like it's like 8 different facades and it looks like 8 different shops.
Yeah.
But you can
They're all connected, yeah.
But you can walk through them all.
Yeah.
Which is, it's basically like the big shopping bit in Main Street.
Yeah.
So hopefully they won't be closing it all at the same time.
Yeah. I'm intrigued though. I'm also intrigued to see, I completely understand why they're going till-less, like it saves on space and stuff. However, what if you're getting something sent back to your resort?
But what,
where, are they just going to stand in the middle of the shop and take down all your details and make you sign that little form?
So when they say till-less, maybe they'll still have...
Yeah, maybe they'll have an
counters,
area. Yeah.
But...
For the most part.
But when they say till-less, what do they mean? Do they mean
like cast members will have PDQs on them, like they'll have, because you can get little belt holsters. I work in payments, that's why I know this weird stuff.
What's a PDQ?
The little card machines.
But that isn't...
But like you can get terminals that have till functions built into them. They have scanners built into them, so it's all in one. How are people
going to queue?
You just find a cast member and queue.
No.
It's gonna be horrendous because queuing in Disneyland Paris is obscene anyways.
If there is no structured queue, I'm not buying anything.
Yeah, right, okay.
I'll just run out the door with it. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm very intrigued to see what's going to be happening here.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Unless it's like Amazon, the Amazon shops.
I don't see how that would work,
where you lift things up and just, it charges you on the way out. And I don't think that's going to work either. Also, here's my other question. Yeah. I presume that theft has been a big thing in Disneyland Paris recently, because in the last few trips where I've gone, I've been noticing more and more hard security tags on things. So if you need someone to take all the security tags off, where are they going to take the security tags off?
They'll probably have mobile where you can get everything that will sit on a belt.
But that means that your belt is going to be full of hard tags, and you're going to have to go and empty them, and I don't know.
There'll probably be, as you said, there'll probably be counters that they can throw that kind of stuff.
It seems very interesting. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Yeah, it's going to... I would say they're probably testing it out in Disneyland Paris to then maybe bring it to Disney World and stuff. Because at the end of the day, like, if they're taking up X amount of space, that they could have product there with a till, and they could take that away and get the cast members out interacting with guests, then why not?
Yeah, I agree. Good point.
What's next?
Parking and bag checks.
Oh yeah, so they've announced some updates to the parking. So there's going to be automatic toll booths. There will be still some toll booths that will have cast members there, but there will be some automatic ones, which I assume will make life easier for people. I've never driven to Disneyland Paris. I don't know if I'll ever drive to Disneyland Paris, but we'll see. But more importantly, more lines for bag check.
Whoop whoop whoop. We're always happy to see security at Disneyland Paris.
Oh, 100%.
We're always happy to know that they're bag checking.
Especially because they have little security doggos, which make my day every day.
Oh, but the last time, were you there? Were you with me when we were walking in, and there was a security doggo on one side of the fence, and there was another security doggo on the other side of the fence, and they were having a fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I probably still would have been over the moon.
Yeah, they were like, they were not happy with each other. I was like, is one like a drug doggo, and the other one's like a bomb doggo, and they're like having a turf war. I was like, what's happening? But yeah, no, we're always happy to see more security, and not that the bag check is currently awful. Like, the bag check isn't...
No, like, I don't have an issue with it. Like, it's a bit of a faff, but once, like, you have to go through it. And it's so much easier than it is in Florida, because in Florida, you actually have to give them your bag and they have to rifle through it themselves. Whereas in Disneyland Paris, you pop everything into your bag, or you pop everything into your pocket or whatever, you put things onto a conveyor belt, it goes through an X-ray machine? Goes through an X-ray, you go through a metal detector, bish bash bosh, everybody's safe.
Yeah, and they're usually pretty chill about it. Like, if, like, there's some, like, it's nowhere near as extensive as, like, an airport security.
No.
Like, there's not a full, like, oh, you have an earring on, beep, boop, 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 boop. Like, it's not
it's fine.
But it's enough to know that there's
no, exactly. So I'm always happy that if they can make that more seamless, fine, happy out. And then we got some information about, so Disneyland Paris has decided, because I saw an article the other day, Disneyland Paris generated 19 tons of waste last year.
19 tons?
19 tons.
I bet you Sweden bought it all.
Maybe it was more than 19 tons, but it was like a lot of waste was created by Disneyland Paris.
How much do you think was cigarettes?
Well, see, I think the plastic is the one that most people are concerned about. So they've released a bunch of, like, things that they're bringing in, a bunch of policies that they're bringing in.
They're becoming a lot more eco-friendly.
That's what I was trying to say.
Which is also a big follow from Walt Disney World, who has also made these exact changes.
Yeah, so into the hotels, rather than having the individual little shampoo and conditioner and shower gel bottles with the little Mickey heads on them, there's going to be larger bottles in the showers. So they've had this in Walt Disney World for about a year or so, I think.
For like the value resorts, but not the higher end
I think deluxe resorts still get the individual ones because you're paying more money. But if you're in a value, or I think even a moderate,
yeah, I think so as well.
You get it. So that'll be interesting. I don't know when that's coming in from.
Hand cream as well.
Yeah. I don't know when that's coming into effect, but I mean, I personally have no issue with it. I never take the little soaps out of a hotel anyways.
I only take them because they're there, but I don't think I end up using them.
Yeah, it's not. I never have room in the little liquids baggie. Another thing that they're introducing, which we were talking about earlier, which might be kind of controversial, currently in Disney parks. If you go to buy anything, you're given
a plastic bag
of whatever size, depending on what you're buying. They have them in many, many sizes.
They do teeny tiny ones, so if you've bought pins. They do slightly larger ones, I like to call them, if you bought a plush. And then they do giant ones, like if you bought a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Or a lightsaber.
Yeah. So that's the way it currently was. And you would end up, if you were like me and Kate, coming home with about 12 of these little individual parks bags.
And there was no tax on them either, because I don't think they tax plastic bags in France.
No. So from April 23rd, they're gone.
They're all gone.
and they're swapping it out to reusable shopper bags, which are quite cute. So it's €1 for the small ones and €2 for the medium and the large ones.
Nice. For anyone who's ever shopped in the Disney store, they are the same kind of look.
They look the same, yeah.
Yeah, like the same like material. Like, you know the way obviously there's different prints on them, but they look like they're made the same way and they have the same materials.
I'm really intrigued, like, because we both worked as cast members in the Disney store. We used to have to sell on additional versions of these bags previously. And you will get some people that are like, I am paying enough money for stuff as is. I am not paying money for a bag.
Yeah.
But we had paper bags that we could offer instead.
For free.
Are Disneyland Paris going to have paper bags? They've not said anything. It's just said that the plastic bags are gone and they're going to these reusable bags.
If I was a mum in a family who's just spent €150 on 4 plush for my child and a cast member told me that I had to pay for a bag, I think I'd be pretty annoyed. Also because I know it does two things basically. So if you've bought a pin, let's say you buy one pin,
yeah,
and they're like, would you like a bag? And you go, yeah, sure, why not? When realistically that pin could fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like it's basically forcing you away from it. But also, what if you really don't want to buy a reusable bag?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I've not seen anything about whether they're going to have
paper bags.
Paper bags. We'll find out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah. Or will be only a week by the time this goes out.
Oh yeah, true. We'll be there. Anyway, we'll be there and we'll tell you. But it is very interesting. I don't know if they've thought about it. I mean, someone must have thought about it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I appreciate it because whatever we can do to move away from plastic, happy days.
Yes, 100%.
But I hope they have something on offer because again, if I was a family that paid hundreds of euro to be there, was spending hundreds of euro getting stuff for my kids and then told, sorry, no, you have to pay this €2 for a bag, I would be annoyed.
I also don't want to be stuck behind a family where someone's shouting about it.
See, that's when the till-less ones would be good because you could just run and find a cast member that's walking around. It all comes full circle, okay?
How do you put things in the bags then with the till-less? Sorry. So how do you bag things? Do our cast members going around with little carabiners on their belts with bags?
I don't know.
So many questions. So no answers.
Well.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know.
We'll be putting a post up on our Instagram with, we'll make a montage.
A montage.
A collage. And if you guys let us know what you think is going to happen, these are two people's opinions. Yeah. So if you guys can let us know what you think is going to happen, or do you care?
Would it bother you
to have to
pay extra for a bag when you're already spending X amount of money on whatever you're buying?
Yeah, I know some people will be like, it's €2, get a grip.
Yeah.
But then other people will be like, yes, but if I buy 10 bags, that's €20. So.
That's why they're reusable. You bring them with you. But anyways, another way to reduce plastic, Disneyland Paris, is getting rid of straws. There will be paper straws available, but only available on request.
Now, this means that if you get a drink, they won't give you a straw at all. And if you want a straw, you have to ask for one, and the straw you're given is paper.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Or
bring your own.
Bring your own.
I hate paper straws.
I hate them.
They go mush in my mouth.
I have really sensitive teeth and I need to drink everything with a straw. I'm weird like that. But I just bring my own straws with me. And recently I was over in Scotland and I was in the Disney store in the Enoch Centre and I picked up, it was a pack of, it was either 8 or 10 Mickey Mouse straws. So they're just clear straws. They have little black, red and yellow Mickey Mouse heads all over them, and they come with a little cleaner that has a little Mickey Mouse head on it. I think they were £6. They were €10 though, so buy them off the UK website because that Disney exchange rate. Yeah, just bring them with you.
Yeah, I would suggest bringing them with you. You can pick also in Pennies/Primark at the moment. Right now, they have fun twisty straws.
Okay.
For Disney, they've Stitch. I think Toy Story.
Kind of like the ones you get in the park.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But they're not, they've got toppers on them, but not the same toppers that they have in Disneyland. But you can get a pack of them for £2, I think, and you get 5 in a pack.
Yeah.
So if you're going to Disneyland, grab a pack of them before you go, and I'm sure there's loads of places online that you can buy Disney twisty straws for £2 or £3. It'll stop your kids wanting those twisty straws at the till at quick services.
Yeah.
It means you don't have to use rank paper straws because they go all mushy in your drink, and I don't like it. Yeah, and you're saving the environment.
Yeah. I bring straws with me anyways, so. But if you can pick up cool, fun Disney ones, why the hell not?
And that is how Disneyland Paris is becoming more eco-friendly.
Hey. One thing that got announced today is, so we mentioned on last week's episode about the...
Today being what's the date?
I don't know.
16th of April?
Yeah. So the 16th of April, it got announced that the Ursula show, which we initially thought was just for the Halloween party, is in fact not for the Halloween party. It's for the entire Halloween season.
Meaning that you don't have to pay extra to see her.
Another reason why Disneyland Paris does Halloween better than Disney World.
At the moment.
At the moment, yeah. They've also announced the dates for Halloween as well. So last year, Halloween ran from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. This year, it's running from the 28th of September to the 3rd of November. And I couldn't be more thrilled.
Wow. Much surprise.
Couldn't be more thrilled. We go to Disneyland Paris on the 30th of September, which means the whole time we're there, the whole time, it's all fully Halloween.
How exciting.
I'm so excited. It was a really vague announcement. It just said an open air stage.
Yeah, so I think it's, unless they make a new stage, which they could do, I think it's the stage just
the castle stage.
To the right of the castle.
Yeah. That's where they had the It's Good to Be Bad show last year, which was super cute. I hope that they include Maleficent Donald in it again, because he was the cutest.
I hope that Ursula looks good.
Oh, same. Ursula either looks absolutely shocking or it's an animatronic. There's never any in between.
No. And we know, well, we don't know, but due to previous casting calls, Ursula's probably not going to be an animatronic. It's probably going to be an actress.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I'm intrigued. I hope it's good. And then the last little bit of Disneyland Paris news that we will cover in this bit is today's guest star day. Do you want to let everybody know what guest star day is, Kate?
Because today is Tuesday. Today's characters were Oswald and Hortensia. Guest star Tuesday in Disneyland Paris. It only happens in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
Stars on Parade goes through at 5:30 every day, and on Tuesdays they have some special guest stars that come out before the parade, and they're usually rare-ish, not a lot of the time seeing characters.
Yeah, so today's were, as Kate's already said, Oswald and Hortensia, which normally you can only see, they've only ever really been seen on either the anniversary of Disneyland Paris, that like crazy 25th anniversary day.
Oh, the parade that had like a million characters in it.
Yeah, and then at fan days and like other paid for events. So that was quite cute. But yeah.
I mean, like, you can't meet them and you can't get their autograph, but they're fun to see.
No, but it's nice to see, especially because they do sometimes have really rare characters. Like when I was there with Breffney, it was Ping and Shang Yu, and I've never, like, I've seen Mulan, but she's usually dressed just as Mulan, not as Ping, and then I've never seen Shang Yu's character, but he was terrifying. It was great, but he was terrifying.
Well, yeah, let's hope it's a good one.
The last time me and Kate were there with Amy, and it was guest star Tuesday, we got Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio's in the regular parade, so he walked down Main Street to come back up Main Street.
Sinead was not impressed.
I was not best pleased.
She still talks about it to this day.
I've held a grudge about it ever since, and I feel perfectly within my right to do so.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Disneyland Paris updates from the Inside Ears.
That's a lot of news.
There's so much news.
Like, I appreciate getting a lot of insight into various things that they're planning on doing, but there's a lot of news.
So much news. That's just Disneyland Paris news.
Yeah, so there's a couple of generic Disney bits. Some of them we're going to expand on a little bit more in a future episode.
Because Lord knows we don't have time now.
No. So the first thing that was announced was the Disney Plus announcement, which I'm super excited for.
So am I. Did anyone got Disney Life? I have Disney Life. Disney Life is fine with a full stop.
I got Disney Life when it first came out, and me and Breffney watched a couple of the documentaries on it, and then I was like, what do I need this for? And cancelled it.
I like it it's got a lot of Marvel cartoons on it.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't watch them.
See, I really like those. I just also like having access to Disney movies on my phone.
That's fair.
But Disney Plus looks a whole heckin' lot better.
It looks amazing. It's getting released in the States in November this year, and it's going to be $6.99, which I think is a really fair price.
It's an extremely fair price for all the content that's going to be on it from release date. So
they sent out about 10 million tweets about it. So we're going to go through Disney Plus and what we think, what we hope they might do and stuff like that in a later episode, but just to touch on it because it was a really big Disney announcement from this week.
Another massive Disney announcement was the new Star Wars trailer.
Oh, I got so excited about this. So Star Wars Celebration has been taking place in Chicago. It was all last week. And at the episode 9 panel, they released the trailer. I got this like frantic text from Nathan being like, have you seen the trailer? Go watch the trailer. Oh my god, go watch the trailer. I need someone to talk to about it. And I wept. I cried so hard.
And that's just the trailer, ladies and gentlemen.
It had Princess Leia. I love Princess Leia. And when I saw Carrie Fisher, I was like, that's it, because I cried my whole way through The Last Jedi.
Yeah, sounds exciting.
I'm super pumped. So it's Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of the Skywalker.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add. Like, I don't like when, not even, because it's not even the extended trailer, it's only the teaser trailer, so I don't really want to say anything else about it.
Okay.
I don't have many opinions, I'm not gonna lie. What I do have opinions about, though, is Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, so Galaxy's Edge is the other one that we're just going to kind of touch on briefly, but we'll go through it kind of at a later date, probably when we're talking about Disney+. So there was a Galaxy's Edge panel, also at Celebration. And what was the main thing that got announced, Kate?
Coca-Cola are going to have themed bottles.
This is the thing that, like, everyone has taken away from Galaxy's Edge, ourselves included.
But that must mean that it was the only exciting thing.
I won't lie, I've not watched the panel. I've not heard it was great, though. I heard that it was just kind of Josh Gad frantically shouting, as he does, about everything.
But more importantly, Coca-Cola is going to have themed bottles. They actually look pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they look really, really nice.
Nah, I mean, it's Disney, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's conversations about it, people happy about it, people not happy about it. I'm unopinionated on the topic.
I think they're cool. Like, at the end of the day, people are going to want something to drink, and particularly in America, people are very set in their ways. So I appreciate that they are giving people the option that they don't have to leave a land to get a drink that they want, but that they're keeping the integrity of the land by having them themed.
Yeah, it's Coke Zero, Sprite, and Dasani water.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. They'll probably sell them for like $5-6 and make a shit ton of money on it.
Yeah, and people will get them signed by people and then have them on a shelf somewhere for years to come.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
And then others will just throw them in the trash.
Exactly.
And be like, I'm done with my Coke.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll go through Disney Plus and Galaxy's Edge in a bit more depth at another time.
Yeah, we'll put them all into one episode.
Yeah, but
we'll call it an episode Far, Far Away.
Oh, there we go. So there was a new annual pass party announced this week, Kate. Do you want to tell everyone about it?
It is gonna be a mess. No, it's a new annual pass holder party for Disneyland Paris. It's going to be on the 13th of September.
The day after my birthday.
We're not going. The theme is 100 plus characters, as in like over 100 characters. What does this mean? Who knows? It's open to Infinity and Magic Plus pass holders, and up to 2 guests per pass.
Yeah.
So non-pass holder friends.
Yeah.
It's going to be €45 per ticket.
Do you get
discount on that? Do you get discount on that? Because if they're all annual pass holders...
We've never gone to one of these annual pass holder events.
So I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't answer that question for you.
I'm intrigued though, because obviously Infinity has...
a bigger discount than Magic Plus.
Yeah.
Maybe you could, maybe not. Who knows? And then you can also buy tickets from Wednesday the 17th of April, 11 a.m. Paris time.
Again, I don't know where you buy the tickets from, but they're available.
I think you use the same thing that you use for booking the parade things.
No, because that's only for an Infinity pass holder, so how would Magic Plus book it?
There
must be a separate way of doing it.
I think you buy it like on the Disneyland Paris page.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a bit, I think I saw someone talk about it before.
Okay.
There's like a section and you buy it. Anyway, the main thing to take away from this is Disneyland Paris does not have a great reputation with annual pass holder parties.
No.
Especially ones that involve rare characters that you don't see an awful lot from meet and greets.
Yeah.
And to have a party where your one and only theme is characters and over 100 of them.
Yeah.
I just don't see this going very well, and I can almost see accidents happening from people running.
I'm intrigued. So the last party was the Princess and Pirates party, and all over Twitter it was people posting videos and tweets and stuff about them being corralled into these tiny little areas and being left there for obnoxious amounts of time, or the queue
just check in.
Yeah, and the queue stretched all the way back to the World of Disney.
Yeah, like it was a huge queue. That was just to get into the park.
Yeah. So and then like for other... I know the jazz event, there were issues with characters where you weren't allowed to get solo pictures, you had to get group pictures, and you weren't allowed to get autographs or anything like that, and I don't know. I get that €45 isn't a massive amount of money in the grand scheme of things, I get that. However, I would be really disappointed if I paid extra for something like that, and if I got the chance to go meet my character, that I couldn't get a picture by myself, or that I couldn't interact with them, because...
Yeah, because I was going to say, I also remember from fan days, from watching a lot of YouTubers that went for fan days,
there were a lot of issues.
And also none of them had good character experiences.
No, because the lighting was bad, and they didn't have photo pass, even though everybody there well, not everybody, but all the Infinity Pass holders will have a Photo Pass card. So why would you not just get a bunch of Photo Pass photographers? I get that there's a lot of characters, but like, I know, for instance, the Hades and Hercules one was atrocious.
But I know that a lot of character handlers as well were like pushing, not physically pushing, but like metaphorically like pushing guests along, being like, okay, yeah, your time's up now, move along, or like, okay, this conversation's over, where you're trying to have like a very engaging character interaction, and the cast member's like, okay, you want a picture now? And you're literally in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, like, it'd be cool if they had it set up as like, I don't know, here's Princess and Prince area, and you queue up for your amount of time, and you go boom, 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 you meet each of them in a row. That makes too much sense. I think they tried that with the Heroes and Villains one, but they had 2 different sets of them, and you couldn't queue for the different sets. So like, one set had, say, Hades and Hercules with a bunch of other ones, and then another set didn't have them in it, so you had to kind of queue and chance it. So I hope they get their act together for it.
Basically, what we've heard about it is that it's going to span the whole park.
Yeah.
And that, like, the whole park, and that each section of the park is going to have the characters that relate to that section.
Yeah.
Which you're not going to see 100 characters. You're just not.
No, you're never going to see it.
There's not going to be enough time.
No.
We were talking about it before, and Sinead said that there might even be a case where they're going to swap out characters.
Yeah.
So they're like, a pair of characters will come out for the first half an hour, and then those characters will go, and they'll never come back out again.
Yeah, like, for instance, over by Skull Rock, it could be that for half of the time you have Captain Hook and Smee, but the other half of the time you might have Captain Jack Sparrow and Angela.
Yeah, and that means they're still getting their 100 characters. I just think it's very, what's the word I'm looking for?
It's a kerfuffle.
No, like, ambitious. I feel like
it's very ambitious.
And that was the word. I feel like extremely ambitious of Disneyland Paris to be like, hey, here's over 100 characters for you to meet. I don't know if it's going to go all that well.
I hope it does, and I hope everyone that goes enjoys themselves.
And I will be very excited to watch all the social media and all the YouTube videos that come from it. And I really do hope that it is a good event, because if they can get this right,
then there's hope.
Then it means they've obviously changed something. Yeah. And somebody new is in charge, and there is hope for more annual pass holder parties after 13th of September. Yeah. For paid parties. So we shall see what happens. If you would like to go and you are an Infinity or a Magic Plus pass holder, you can buy tickets from the 17th of April at 11 a.m. Paris time, I think, on the Disneyland Paris website.
So yeah.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have nothing else to talk about this evening. That is all of our updates.
What are you talking about, Kate? There is the biggest update, and the thing that I have been frantically annoying the life out of you and Breffney about this week. We finally got some updates on Phantom Manor.
What's Phantom Manor, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, I'm so pleased.
As a friend of someone whose favourite ride is Phantom Manor,
I'm so pleased.
You cannot understand the roller coaster of emotions I have gone through in the past couple of days since
the Insiders event.
Yes, basically. So there has been... Sinead.
I'll give you the timeline. So it's Friday evening. And E02, again, if you're a Disneyland Paris fan, you're not following E02 in some capacity, you really need to, because they give you the most up-to-date information. But they were at the Inside Ears event, and they posted a tweet that was like, going to the Inside Ear events and going to find out some blah, 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 blah. I wonder if people are going to come out to socialise, which is obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but it's a line from...
Obviously, Sinead, everyone knows that line.
It's a line from Grim Grinning Ghosts in the Haunted Mansion soundtrack. And I frantically screenshot it and sent it to Kate and was like, oh my god, we're finally getting the reopening date.
And I was like, I
was glued. I was refreshing my Twitter every 2 minutes to find out what was going on. And they sent out, here are all those updates that we gave you. Every single one of them, they all came before this. They left Phantom Manor until the absolute end, to the point that halfway through the event, E02 tweeted out and were like, hi, hello, it's Melanie on the phone. Could she come home, please?
Who's Melanie?
Melanie is the bride. Well, not bride, but meant to be bride. That's in Phantom Manor.
Bride to be.
That's
meant to be bride.
Well, she was meant to be, but things happened. So, Phantom Manor is finally reopening officially on May 3rd.
Woohoo! Guess whose trip ends on May 2nd?
I cannot put into words how much my heart broke when I read that. I started pricing up flights to stay for an extra day. I was trying to find hotels and they were fully booked. I was doing everything I could to try figure out how can I stay for that extra day, because I couldn't, even if it was by a week, it wouldn't have been as bad, but missing it by a day would have killed me.
And meanwhile, I sat there knowing that my entire trip
would have been me pining for Phantom Manor.
Would have been Sinead literally pining over Phantom Manor, to the point where I know that when we walked to Big Thunder Mountain, she would like go and stand outside Phantom Manor like a child, holding the railings of I don't know, like a sweet shop that's closed or a toy store, and just pining through the railings and grabbing the railings and going, "Will please someone let me ride this ride? I know this ride is functional. Please."
In fairness, I was only shy of doing that in December anyway. So finally, we have an opening date of May 3rd for Phantom Manor. My heart was broke. But then we had Tom Fitzgerald from the Imagineering team come on, and he gave us a full run through of the changes that they've made to the story and the changes they've made to the stretching room and all that kind of stuff. I won't go through it because I know there were a lot of people online that were kind of giving out that they were spoiling the storyline and they were spoiling the ride in some aspects, which I get.
Oh, because they've, like, it would have been more exciting if you'd gone in for the first time.
Exactly.
After it being closed for over a year and going, oh my goodness, all of these changes.
Exactly. If you do want to see it, I'm sure the videos are on YouTube as well. I saw it on Reddit, but there is a full run through from the Imagineers about what they've changed and the kind of differences that are going to be there in the storyline and stuff. But one thing to note though, it will now be presented in English and French.
I don't speak French. This is so exciting.
I'm so pleased. And they've got the original Vincent Price recording of it as well, which I'm super pumped about.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I'm so pleased about that. This all got announced. I was heartbroken. I was praying. I had everyone that knew me praying that there were going to be soft openings.
And to be honest, before what's about to happen happened, in my head, I was like, what cast member could we talk to? Or what?
Who can we bribe?
Yeah, surely there was like some way that we could have gotten in. And like, because in my head I was like, well, I know that before rides reopen, cast members get to ride them.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so the ride's going to be fully functional. The ride's going to be going. Cast members are probably going to be on it at some stage. Yeah. I was like, I wonder if we like talk to someone about it, or if we got Sinead in her Phantom Manor, like Disney bound for the day, if we got her to like talk to a cast member about it, or talk to someone at the hotel about it, or like rang up before we went and was like explaining the entire situation. I was thinking of so many different ways that we could get on this ride.
But then
the Disney gods from above
on Saturday, and I was sitting in my kitchen, I was sitting there and I read it on the Disneyland Paris have an annual pass holder Facebook group where they post news and stuff like that. Would highly recommend, because you get loads of news directly from them. They announced that for Infinity pass holders and Magic Plus pass holders, we get to ride it early.
Oh, lads.
I jumped to the point that my mum was like, what is going on?
Who's died?
I jumped. So from May 1st, Infinity pass holders get to ride Phantom Manor early, so they get to go on May 1st and May 2nd, and Magic Plus get to go on May 2nd.
Yeah, and all you have to do is show your annual pass to the cast member at the queue.
I'm so excited. Like, the relief, because it was...
You were relieved. I was going to have 4 days of pining Sinead, being like, oh, if only we'd have gone one day later, and I love this ride so much, and I won't get to ride it till October, and...
I won't lie, I probably would have booked, like, 2 days, just me.
Oh, really?
To go.
You couldn't have waited till October.
Exactly. So, that's been announced. Super pumped about that, because me and Kate we like to Disney bound when we were in Disneyland.
Yes.
And we had arranged that we were going to have a day where we were going to dress like our favourite rides. So
That's only now, just realising how funny that sounds.
We're ridiculous. So Kate ordered some Terror of Terror ears. And I ordered some Haunted Mansion ears from Ears Ever After. Check her out on Instagram. Her ears are fantastic. So I'd already ordered my Phantom Manor ears. And I was like, oh my god, it's fate. I finally get to... Oh, I'm so excited. So I was already thrilled. Over the moon, thrilled. And then Disney went and topped themselves.
Not as in.
No. Well, I mean, ghosts.
Well,
maybe.
So, when did they announce it?
They announced this yesterday.
Which
was the 15th.
They announced there was going to be a free Infinity pass holder event.
I'm so excited.
April 30th.
So
for Phantom Manor.
Yeah. Well, it's for... It's kind of confusing. We were talking about this earlier.
Actually, I don't know if it's for Phantom Manor.
Yeah.
I take that back. The theme is Thunder Mesa, Ghosts and Ghouls.
Well, I've made that up.
Oh!
I made that up. But let me find the exact message that they put up on the Infinity page, because I feel like it could be kind of seen as a bit cryptic. So it says, the Ravenswood Manor welcomes you for its reopening night on April 30th, 2019 from 10:45 to 2 a.m. Free event exclusively for Infinity annual passes, thank God. By reservation only via the Infinity online platform, which if you go into the Infinity pass holder Facebook group, the link is there. They tell you how to use it. It's foolproof. It's a limited capacity, which is the only thing that I'm a bit nervous about. And registration opens this Friday at 11 a.m.
Paris time.
Now, this will be going out after Friday.
If you haven't, you've missed it, sorry.
I'm going to put something in now as to whether I'm crying that we didn't get in or I'm, like, elated. So, good luck to you with that. But what they've said is prepare your costumes. Very exciting. And get ready to go back in time and join the souls of Thunder Mesa.
Turn back time.
And celebrate the much excited reopening. Exploration rides of Big Thunder Mountain will exceptionally resume by night, but beware of ghostly apparitions around the mountain.
What does that mean?
I'm so intrigued. Are there going to be people on the ride? Are there going to be projections on the ride?
I don't know where you can put people on the ride.
It couldn't be safe to put people on the ride.
No, it's too weird.
Unless the cast members that load you on are going to be dressed like ghosts.
Unless you get to ride with ghosts.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Or are there just like projections around?
That's the thing, I think there could be projections, but maybe they'll dress up the cast members.
To look like Phantom Manor?
No, to look like ghosts. Or to look maybe like the Cadaver Dans or something like that. That'd be cute. Imagine they had the Cadaver Dans, I'd love that. So yeah, you book online on Friday morning and then you have to have a wristband which you can collect the day of the party from 9am to 11pm in the Disney Village Dome. You have to have a wristband to be able to get into the party. I am so excited. I really freaking hope we get tickets.
Me too, for my sanity.
So yeah, totally free. The thing that we were talking about is we have no idea what this is going to be.
I don't really know what it's going to be. Like, the fact that they've called it the official reopening, right?
Yes.
So that implies to me that we get to ride Phantom Manor.
Yes.
At night.
I would hope so. I'm also kind of hoping there's that mayor guy that, like, twiddles around.
Oh, yeah.
And he's come into the Lucky Nugget and stuff, so I think he's, like, part of Thunder Mesa as well. But, like, I would love if there was, like, an actual opening with, like, a big ribbon and some big scissors.
As if you were, like, back in that time period.
Exactly. I would love that.
Oh, we would like to welcome the manor back to Thunder Mesa.
Exactly. I would love that. But, like, it's from 10:45 to 2am. So if we take in maybe even half an hour to get everybody into the park, that's still nearly 3 hours. What are you doing for 3 hours?
So let's imagine it's a capacity of 200.
Yeah, which is what the capacity is for most of the online bookings you can do through the Infinity Pass holder booking system.
So if you have a max 200 people,
yeah,
I'd say Big Thunder can get through 200 people in like half an hour.
If even less.
Half an hour. Big Thunder's a very quick loading ride.
And Phantom Manor's continuous loader.
Yeah, so like, what are you going to do for the rest of the time?
I mean, like, I'll quite happily loop between the two.
But it just seems like
they're two of my favourites. But, like, is there going to be characters? Like, is Phantom Mickey going to be there?
I don't know. But also, it's free, so you can't imagine they're going to be doing
they're not going to plow a bunch of money into stuff and getting characters that don't already exist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at least Phantom Mickey is a character that's already there.
Yeah, and they can just wheel him out.
He's there. But it's a free event, so they're not going to put on a bunch of ridiculous stuff because they're not going to make any money back on it. I'm so confused.
I'm excited and confused all at the same time.
Same. I think, I really, 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 really hope we get tickets.
Do you know why I hope we get tickets? Because I've never been to an annual pass holder event. And I'd like to go to one, especially where I don't have to pay more money.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're going to be going. I think, personally, I would really like to do it because of how serendipitous it all is.
I know. And it just happens to be the week we're there.
And it just all slotted in so nicely that we are going from the 29th to the 2nd. Yeah. And all of this is happening smack bang in the middle of our trip.
Yeah.
Like, we've only booked 4 days. We decided we'd book these days
months ago, and I just feel like it's all fit in so nicely that fate will be on our side. Yeah. Plus, think of the really nice castle pictures we'll get.
Oh, nighttime castle pictures.
Because there's going to be, like, no one in the park.
Oh, that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's going to become pretty. So yeah, I'll put in a little thing at the end as to whether we got our tickets or not. Hello, it's Sinead. So I promised that I would give an update as to whether myself and Kate managed to get our tickets for the Infinity Pass holder event for Phantom Manor. And I have good news. We did. I'm so pleased. So it turns out we initially thought there was only going to be about 200 tickets because that's how many there normally is for any of the Infinity Pass holder things that you book, like the parade and the fireworks and stuff. But there actually, by the looks of it, ended up being well over 1,000 tickets, and they went in under 5 minutes. But mercifully, myself and Kate were frantically texting each other from about 22, and we were both online in time and were able to secure ourselves some tickets. If you are an Infinity Pass holder and you didn't get a chance to get the tickets, unfortunately, as I said, they have gone. But yeah, we're super excited. We still haven't got any further information about what is planned for the party, but the main thing is we both got our tickets and we will be there for the grand reopening of Phantom Manor, and I could not be more pleased. Obviously, we'll let you guys know what it is and we'll be posting all about it all over our Instagram, so be sure to be following us at Mickey Waffles on Instagram while we're there, and I will go back to the regular show. Thanks. Yeah, we managed to powerhouse through most of that news.
I was so afraid
quickly.
This was going to be like 10 hours long.
It's actually not that bad. It's actually so far shorter than last week's.
Oh, sure, guys, take your extra 3 minutes. Go enjoy your life.
So yeah, next week, unless something like this happens again, next week will again.
Phantom Manor reopens again.
Yeah, so next week we will have our trip planning episode, because we need to plan our trip.
Yeah, we actually need to plan our trip. Like, we especially now that all of this Phantom Manor stuff has come into play.
Throwing a spanner in the works.
I'm really afraid it's going to be 4 days of us just looping Phantom Manor.
Would that be such a bad thing?
Yes, because I don't want to do that for 4 days.
Damn it. Well, I mean, we can only really do it from Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah.
There's no option for
okay, guys, I get the 29th.
And the 30th.
The daytime of the 30th.
Yeah, until like
the afternoon, because I'll need a nap.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. We'll have to go back and get changed into our spooky attire.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't own any spooky attire.
And I have plenty for everybody.
So, shall be borrowing some.
Yeah, borrowing some spoopy ears as well. It's
guys,
great.
I'm so happy we got through this.
That was a lot of news.
So much news.
And that's even just focusing on Disneyland Paris. I know we have said that there will be a big focus on Disneyland Paris, but we don't plan to only cover Disneyland Paris. There's just been an awful lot.
Oh, do you know what else was released this week?
What?
The Wisdom collection that they released in the Disney store. They released the next 2 characters.
Who were the first ones?
Ooh, Baloo, Mushu, and...
Was there a Donald?
Dumbo.
Oh, no, I was wrong.
No, the Donald ones that you might have been seeing are the Mickey's 90th, but Donald versions that were released in Japan.
My bad, sorry.
So the first ones were, I can't remember what order, was Baloo, Mushu, and Dumbo.
Okay.
Yeah, so this month was Piglet, so everything was pink. Then next month is Miko and, Lumiere. I remember because it looked so stupid. Because it's got like...
Tell us how you really feel, Kate.
The tagline for Lumiere is, you don't have... What is it? You don't have time to be timid, but the you don't is on the top of his head, have time is to the left, and to be timid is on the right, and it doesn't read very well.
But he's a candle.
You don't have time to be timid, you must be bold and daring.
I don't understand.
What?
Because that seems like something that should be on, like, Cogsworth, not Lumiere.
Yeah, like, Piglet's quote is, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
That's cute.
Which makes sense for Piglet. But that's a really weird
What's Miko's? Because all he does is eat.
Something, the right path.
Choose the right path?
No, it says something.
Oh, sorry.
Or sometimes. Sometimes the right path is not the easiest one.
Okay.
And then it could say something at the bottom. Yeah, it says something at the bottom, but I can't read.
Okay.
So yeah, the next 2 Wisdom ones after April are Miko and Lumiere.
I have to applaud Disney for this. Like, this is genius.
Oh, they jumped on that Mickey's 90 thing, like...
Absolutely genius. Like, you get people to queue outside to buy a plush that they would never normally buy.
Now...
Like, who would normally rush in to buy a Lumiere plush?
No, Nobody.
Do you know what I mean? Like, who would normally rush in to buy... Well, Miko maybe, because he's kind of rare, but even still.
Yeah, the only ones I wanted so far are Piglet, and I haven't bought any of them.
You haven't bought any Piglet?
Oh, no, I own Piglets. But I haven't bought anything from the Wisdom collection. I haven't bought the pins, the plush, the books, the t-shirts, because...
What did you collect last year, Kate?
See, but that's the thing. Last year, I feel like it made more sense. So last year, I collected the pins from the Mickey Mouse Memories collection, and I have all of them in the nice pin book, and I love it.
Okay.
And I really like having it.
Okay.
And I can flick through it sometimes, and I'm going to find a way to display them really nicely, and I really enjoy it.
Did you ever get that picture printed off at the front?
Yeah, it doesn't look right.
Oh.
That's another one we go.
Maybe Phantom.
No, it needs to be classic.
Lame.
Anyway, but last year I thought, okay, when they started it, they definitely didn't think it was going to be as popular as it was.
No.
And it spiraled, because when the first one came out, I remember I still worked in the store and nobody was buying them because everyone was like, what's this?
Yeah.
And they actually sat on our shelves for ages. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until February came out that people started realising what they were.
Yeah.
And then January flew out. Now, you can't buy January. You can only buy January online. The cheapest secondhand, I think, is like £800 or something, which is ridiculous. Yeah. They are really expensive for the January one. But what annoyed me then was that, obviously, Disney made the Mickey Mouse Memories collection to make money. But when they realised how popular it was, they really, really started to take advantage of their guests. But they had the Wisdom collection. Then they did the Princess Charms thing, where they release a different plastic charm every month. And I'm like, this is just getting a bit ridiculous.
Hi, hello. Tsum Tsum's called.
Yeah, true. It's very true.
For that solid, year and a half.
I love Tsum Tsum. So I still do love them.
But for a solid year and a half, every Tuesday there was a new... or was it every second Tuesday?
Every second Tuesday.
Every second Tuesday there was a new collection.
Every Tuesday.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just feel
But people like to collect things. You even said yourself, and I quote, I like spending money on things I can collect.
Yeah, but you know what? I know that, because when you go into a Disney store now, you can still buy things from January's Wisdom.
Well, yeah,
so I know that these definitely aren't hitting it off as well.
No, and it is very different, because it was Mickey's 90th, and Lord only knows what they're going to do for the 100th. But
if they still own it.
This is true. But I feel like the characters they picked were a bit odd. I get it. I feel like if they did a really good princess version of this, not those weird charms, but if they found a way of doing a good princess version of this, that'd be pretty sweet.
I don't think anything else major happened in Disney Store merch.
Not that I can think of.
Endgame merch was released not that long ago as well.
Ooh, yeah. And they seem to be keeping stock of Spirit jerseys. I still hope we get more designs.
I'm going to say this, but you might want to edit it out. But I know that not all product has been released for Endgame.
Ooh.
I have...
Okay, getting that insider knowledge.
I have sources that state that not all of the Endgame merch is out yet, and that Toy Story 4 merch is on its way. That you can say, because I've seen that on Instagram.
Okay, that's fair. Interessante.
Yeah, so I actually think that is all right now.
Okay, cool. Well, that's everything from us. Thank you very much for listening to this episode and everyone that listened to last week's episode. Thank you very much.
Yeah, remember you can always get in contact with us on Instagram at Mickey Waffles Pod.
We've been posting stuff every day. We've got some nice pictures from Tokyo Disneyland as well.
Yeah.
They celebrated their 36th anniversary this year.
Weird one. 36.
They didn't make a big deal about it, but...
No, but it was cute. We like your pictures up there, and you can always message us there as well.
Exactly. We like putting up fun polls and stuff like that. So be sure to check us out on Instagram. And yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Good morning.
Good morning.